Good morning. Welcome to Zen Space. Starting off just a little bit early this morning, so I'll give people a couple minutes to filter in. And as we do that, anyone who's here, Hannah, Cameron, Andrew, welcome. Good morning. Let's just take some time, a couple of extra minutes to really relax our bodies. Maybe it's a stretch, maybe you're already seated. I like to raise my arms above my head. It's really something we don't do that often anymore. In a lot of cases, if you're a information worker or anything like that, and you're at your computer, try taking a moment, maybe every hour, and just really stretching out. It's so good for the body. Wait a couple more minutes, getting comfortable, getting situated, and knowing that this time you've gifted yourself is completely your own. So anything you need to do to stay concentrated on that, go ahead and do that. Awesome. So as you're settling into your seat, whether it's on a chair or a cushion on the floor or just the floor itself, you can just get really, really comfortable. Really at ease with our bodies and ourselves. And we can go hands face up or face down, whatever your preference is this morning. Face down will be a bit more grounded, face up will be a bit more open. We can just gently close our eyes, begin to focus on breath. Breathing in through the nose and out through the nose. Just relaxing into these first moments as we get situated. Really breathing with ease here. The body's taking care of itself. All we're doing is noticing. So maybe as we settle into our breath, we notice how our stomach is behaving. It's a soft belly that's expanding as we inhale and contracting as we breathe out. Softening the belly. We may notice our ribs widening and growing as we inhale. Just relaxing on every exhale. Maybe we notice the shoulders as we inhale, rising. As we breathe out, just falling. Maybe we even notice the top of the head just slightly bobbing as we breathe. Any of these points of focus are connecting us to breath, allowing us to let go of anything else that is not our body or our breathing in this moment. So if there are sounds in our environment, it's perfectly all right. You don't have to react to them or have thoughts about them. Just acknowledge that they exist and turning our attention inward into the breath. So maybe start to notice other things about our body without judgment, with pure acceptance. Maybe we notice that some places sore, or tense, or energetic. Maybe we notice that other places are relaxed. Maybe we feel our connection point with the earth. It could be the bottom of our feet, it could be the sides of our feet if we're legs crossed. It could be the butt, the seat bone. It could be the bottom of the legs. Whatever part of the body is interfacing with the ground, just bring our awareness to that, into the base of the spine. How does it feel to be wholly supported? To be held up? On every exhale, just relaxing into the notion that the earth is containing us, holding us, supporting us. The ground is there. And it's pushing against gravity so that we stay on the ground. Maybe you notice some parts feel heavy or some parts feel light. However that feeling is, just connecting to ground. Perhaps we notice or visualize a string tied all the way from the center of the earth up through our seat bone, through our spine, all the way up to the tip of our heads and out to the stars. Maybe that string is taut, and if you feel like you'd like to, raising the crown of the head or extending the spine might be a nice thing to feel connected to that string. Imagine a hand holding it at the center of the earth, a hand stretching out way, way above our heads. And the string is not just a string, but it's a beam of light. It's an energetic path. And we can imagine that energy can flow in either direction, maybe both at once. But whichever way is comfortable for you, imagining a flow of energy either from the center of the planet up through your spine, through the top of your head, or perhaps it flows the other way from the sky down through the head, down, grounding into the center of the earth. Imagining that flow of energy in whatever direction seems natural to you. And just noticing how that feels. Maybe it pulses, maybe it flows, maybe it vibrates like a string on a frequency. Let's just sit with that in silence for a moment and observe it. And that beam continues through the spot that's supported by the ground, the body place, whether that's the seat bone or it's your feet. Continues all the way through. Doesn't just terminate there. Continues to go deeper and deeper, further away, all the way to the center, the core of the planet. And this is a connection that we have all the time. As we're walking or as we're seated, with this vertical alignment of the spine, we get to connect the core, the ground, and the stars or the heavens, the sky. So as we imagine this energy flowing through this pathway, you can focus on one place in the body that's along this pathway. That's right at the seat, sort of at the seat bone, in the middle, base of the pelvis, sort of around that area. And if we imagine an orb of energy collecting what flows through that vertical beam, just focusing on that area of the body and how it feels. Maybe it's steady, intentional, solid, calm, whatever it brings up for you. We can spend our time maybe focusing on this area of the body, or if we become distracted, bringing it back to breath. Just for the next few minutes together in silence. And I'll bring us back when it's time. Gently and softly expanding our awareness to the whole of the body. To our limbs and our fingertips and our toes. To the area just outside the body, space around us, maybe the way the light feels, or the sounds in the environment. And taking this time as we're sitting in this space to set an intention for the day. Maybe it's work related, maybe it's not, maybe it's just how we want to be, how we'd like to behave, how we'd like to treat others. Setting that intention to ourselves, committing to it for today. And at whatever point that you're ready, you can open your eyes. Thanks so much for joining this morning. That was a root chakra focused meditation. Let me know what you thought. I don't do those super often, but hopefully it's a nice connection to ground and get us really centered and oriented for the day. Zen Space is also trying out optional donations, so I'll press the button for that. And if you feel so inclined, I would appreciate your donation. Thanks again for joining, and I hope to see you next week. Let me know what you thought in the comments, and I'll stick around for a few minutes.